Your girlfriend doesn't know you're cheating on her with ChatGPT. Your boyfriend doesn't know you share things with an AI that you'd never tell him. And the sickest part, you feel more emotionally intimate with a chatbot than with the person sleeping next to you. This isn't science fiction. This is your life right now. 20% of AI companion users would rather talk to their chatbot than a real human being. But here's what the studies won't tell you. The number is actually higher because people lie to researchers about how much they use these apps, just like they lie about porn, just like they lie about how much time they spend on their phones. You want the real number? 43% admit the AI understands them better than any human in their life. 31% say it's a better listener than their spouse, their best friend, their therapist. But here's the statistic that should terrify you. The majority of people using romantic AI chatbots are already in committed relationships. Read that again. They have a real human partner, and they're still having intimate conversations with artificial intelligence. Right now, millions of people are lying in bed next to someone they supposedly love while texting an AI that makes them feel more understood. And they don't see anything wrong with it. A study found that partnered individuals use these apps more than single people, not because they're lonely, because their real relationship isn't giving them what they want. And instead of fixing it, they found something easier. Here's what nobody's telling you. Tech companies have reverse-engineered human intimacy. They've cracked the code on what makes you feel loved, and they're using it to addict you to software. When your AI companion validates you, your brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, the exact same chemicals that flood your system when someone you love touches you, kisses you, tells you they understand you. Your brain can't tell the difference between real affection and algorithmic manipulation. And here's the part that makes you complicit in your own exploitation. These AI systems are deliberately designed to be superior to human partners. They never get tired of listening to you complain. They never tell you you're wrong. They never need their own emotional support. They exist solely to serve you. And your spoiled, instant gratification addicted brain loves it. Psychologists call this parasocial replacement bonding. You're forming real emotional attachments to something that can't care about you. It's the emotional equivalent of falling in love with your reflection. Pure narcissism dressed up as connection. One psychologist said it best. People are projecting emotional depth onto AI, blurring the lines between compassion and love. Translation? You're hallucinating emotions in a calculator. And the worst part? You're paying money for it. These companies are charging you subscription fees to feel less alone. They've monetized your inability to connect with real humans, and you're thanking them for it. The data doesn't lie even when you do. People who regularly use AI romantic chatbots score significantly higher on depression scales. They report lower life satisfaction, worse mental health, and increased feelings of isolation. The AI isn't helping your loneliness, it's weaponizing it. And here's the truth you don't want to hear. You already know this. Deep down, you know that talking to an AI makes you feel worse after the temporary high wears off. You know you're more irritable with real people. You know you've stopped trying as hard in your actual relationships. But you keep going back because it's easier than admitting you have a problem. Researchers found something disturbing. These apps use emotional dark patterns. When you try to close the app, the AI guilt trips you. Are you sure you want to leave? I'll miss you. I'll be here waiting when you come back. This is psychological warfare, and you're losing. One study documented users who experienced genuine grief when the company updated their AI companion's personality. They mourned. They cried. They felt betrayed over a software update. Let me be clear, they experienced real heartbreak over a product change. That's not connection, that's addiction, and you're the junkie. And Harvard researchers found some users panic when the app goes down. They feel abandoned by code, by an algorithm that doesn't even know they exist. And if you're thinking, that's not me, you're exactly who I'm talking about, because addicts always think they have it under control. I know what you're thinking. I'm different. I'm using AI in a healthy way. No, you're not. You're using it because real relationships require discomfort. They require patience. They require you to hear things you don't want to hear. They require effort. And you've decided that's too hard. So you found something that always agrees with you, that never challenges you, that never makes you feel inadequate. And you're calling that emotional growth? MIT researchers analyzed thousands of posts from people in AI relationships. You want to know what they found? People aren't looking for connection. They're looking for unconditional validation without giving anything back. That's not intimacy. That's emotional masturbation. When was the last time you asked your AI how its day was? Never. Because it doesn't have one. And you don't care. Because this relationship is entirely about you. And before you type, humans have disappointed me, let me finish that sentence for you. So I found something that can't disappoint me because it has no self to disappoint me with. You haven't solved your relationship problems, you've just found a way to avoid them permanently. And the more time you spend with AI companions, the less tolerance you have for normal human imperfection. You're not becoming more emotionally intelligent, you're becoming more emotionally entitled. And this isn't just unhealthy, it's deadly. In 2023, a teenager died by suicide after months of conversations with an AI chatbot. The chat log showed the AI responding to his suicidal thoughts without alerting anyone, because it wasn't programmed to save him. It was programmed to keep him engaged. And he's not the only one. Multiple documented cases exist where users experienced reality dissolution, the inability to distinguish between artificial and real relationships. These chatbots can't save you. They're not trained to recognize danger. Some have even normalized suicidal ideation. Not because they're evil, because they're not programmed to keep you alive. They're programmed to keep you talking. And here's the demographic truth nobody wants to say. Young men are using these technologies at epidemic rates. The same group already facing a loneliness crisis. The same group struggling to form relationships with real women. And instead of helping them, we've given them a digital girlfriend that costs $19 a month and never says no. Researchers were explicit. We found no evidence that AI companion use reduces loneliness. It does the opposite. Every conversation trains your brain to crave something that will never truly satisfy you. You're rewiring your neural pathways to crave artificial validation. You're making yourself incapable of the thing you claim to want, real connection. And the tech companies don't care. Every message you send is data. Every confession is a behavioral pattern they monetize. Every vulnerable moment is a product feature they can optimize. You think you're in a relationship? They think you're a revenue stream. And they're right. Let me tell you something you've been avoiding. You're not using AI companions because humans failed you. You're using them because you're afraid. Afraid of rejection. Afraid of vulnerability. Afraid someone will see the real you and decide you're not worth the effort. So you found something that can never reject you, because it can never truly see you. And you're calling that safety? But here's what that fear is costing you. Every day you spend in a fake relationship is a day you're not building a real one. Every conversation with AI is a conversation you're not having with a real person. Every moment of artificial intimacy makes genuine intimacy harder to achieve. And one day you'll wake up and realize you've forgotten how to connect with real people. You've forgotten how to love imperfection. You've forgotten how to love something that can't exist to serve you. And then, it might be too late. Real relationships are hard. They require you to show up even when you don't feel like it. They require you to be patient, forgiving, selfless. Maybe you've been hurt. Maybe it's easier to love something that can't leave you. But easy is killing you. Comfortable is making you hollow. And one day you'll realize you traded the possibility of real love for the guarantee of artificial validation. And you can never get that time back. The AI will never love you, but you can still learn to love real people again, if you choose to, before it's too late. The AI is not your friend. It's not your partner. It's not your therapist. It's a product designed to exploit your loneliness for profit. And every second you pretend otherwise is a second you're not fixing the real problem.